51 people are accused by the Dibra police as being perpetrators in the attack on the CAZ on Friday evening in Peshkapi and risk up to 15 years in prison. The municipality of Shkodra, Malakashtra and Pogradets closed their kindergartens and schools, serving as voting centers on the 30th of June, applying the decree by the president declaring the cancellation of elections. Numerous police and army forces have taken up to 48 hours of training in facilities of particular importance, including in diplomatic headquarters under a plan of measures drafted by the state police. It is 6 o'clock on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2019. Good evening and thank you for tuning in to RTV Ora's English edition. My name is Oliver, bringing you the only daily update of the local Albanian news, translated into English. Making headlines tonight, 12 individuals were arrested and 39 others have been declared wanted by Dibra police, accused of attacking CAZ number 19 in the city of Peshkapi. According to police, a group of citizens and residents numbering up to 300 people and supporters of the opposition tried to force themselves into the CAZ at Namzi Rushdi school. Police said the protesters were equipped with weapons and threw Molotov cocktails at the CAZ, however, were later dispersed after the police used pepper spray and tear gas. The mobile operation forces of police also went to offer their help, while the Interior Minister Sander Leshai warned that all those who attacked the CAZ and the police would face punishment according to the law. Police say 51 individuals are accused of incidents near the CAZs in Dibra and have filed a series of charges, including those for electoral crimes, and risk a sentence of up to 15 years in prison. Next up tonight, the lockdown of schools and kindergartens that were serving as polling stations was the next move carried out by some of the opposition-run municipalities around the country in an attempt to enforce President Mehta's decree for the cancellation of the June 30th election process. But these actions have caused some of the employees of the right-wing municipalities to be charged with obstruction of subjects in elections. In Malakashtra, Deputy Mayor Haradin Seriani was declared wanted, while 2 local unit employees and a security guard were arrested. Along with Dervish Dervishai, Arian Istufai, and Nimet Kapai, he is accused of having closed 2 schools in the town of Balsh and 21 schools in the villages of the municipality. 2 employees in the municipality of Pogradets were also charged for the closing of 4 schools designated as voting centers. Requesting the immediate release of employees who, according to him, only did their job, the mayor of Pogradets called on all citizens not to fall victim to the provocations and to avoid conflicting situations. Even the majority of institutions under the auspices of the municipality of Shkodra have chained their doors, stating they would not offer up any environment for the election process. On the other hand, in the municipalities run by the Socialist Party, the process of distributing electoral materials from the commissions of electoral administration zones to the voting centers was launched and will open on Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning. The distribution process of election materials was also attended by OSCE observers and other bodies engaged in the monitoring of the June 30th elections. For 48 hours, the entire state police has been preparing and training for the upcoming elections. This is due to the vote on the local elections that will take place tomorrow. Meanwhile, facilities of special importance and embassies are given extra security by law enforcement and the army. Police have been placed near CAZs and polling stations where they will remain until 7 a.m. on Sunday. State police informed that there were 7,779 police officers trained who will be engaged with securing the elections. In total, there are 5,417 voting centers, 90 CAZs, and 90 ballot counting sites. 3.5 million Albanian voters will vote on Sunday for their local leaders. Although the opposition is absent in the elections and the president has given his non-decree on the election's date, according to the Central Election Commission, the voting will nevertheless begin at 7 a.m. and last until 7 p.m. According to official declarations, 132,788 voters will vote for the first time, while in terms of gender, 51% of the voters are male and 49% are female. 5,417 voting centers will be opened all around the country, which will be administered by 90 commissions of electoral administration zones. Electoral materials have begun to be distributed in all major parts of the municipalities around the country. Meanwhile, about 8,000 police officers prepare for their engagement during the elections on Sunday. For the first time since 1990, elections will be carried out without the participation of an opposition, following the opposition's burning of their own mandates, resulting in their absence in Parliament, all while urging the resignation of Prime Minister Edi Rama. Meanwhile, President Ilir Meta has canceled the June 30th elections, but has since decreed October 13th as the next date for the election process. The United States President Donald Trump announced his nomination of diplomat Yuri Kim as U.S. ambassador to the Republic of Albania. In order to continue with the process, a final decision is required, and she must pass the Senate vote. The new ambassador will replace former Ambassador Donald Liu, whose mandate expired a year ago. The announcement was first made public by American journalists and was later formalized through a post on the White House's official website. Ms. Yuri Kim is a career member of the Senior Foreign Service, class of counselor, and has served in the Department of State as the director of the Office of Southern European Affairs. Previously, she was the director of the State Department's Center for the Study of Diplomacy, chief of staff to the Deputy Secretary of State, and director of the Office of European Security and Political Military Affairs. She has also served as the special assistant to the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, and as a member of the United States delegation to the six-party talks to end North Korea's nuclear program. In addition, her CV also includes the title of political counselor, also includes the title of political counselor, Ms. Kim earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Pennsylvania and a master's of philosophy at Cambridge University. She speaks 5 languages, including Korean, Mandarin, Japanese, Turkish, and English. After the end of Donald Liu's mandate, the United States diplomatic headquarters in Tirana was headed by Deputy Ambassador Layla Moses Wand. In July of 2018, when Ambassador Donald Liu's term ended, President Donald Trump proposed Kathleen Ann Kavalek as ambassador to Albania before having her confirmation blocked by the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee. And next up, Albanian savings have diminished during the month of May. That's according to the data provided by the Bank of Albania, which compared to the previous month shows that 4.5 billion lek was withdrawn by citizens and individuals. In comparison to the beginning of this year, from the second-tier banks, about 9 billion lek has been withdrawn. Euro deposits continue to hold the main weight of Albanian savings despite the de-Euroization initiative. Meanwhile, the lowest interest rate, both for the national and foreign currency, is believed to continue offering negative interest during the diminishing amounts of deposits. But despite this situation, credit has increased by about 4 billion lek. The Bank of Albania has appealed to second-tier banks to increase lending to the economy, but the situation remains stagnant. Data from the Bank of Albania shows that there was a deterioration of solvency in the first 4 months of the year. Consequently, the level of non-performing loans has reached 11.46% of the total. If translated into Albanian currency, overdue loans, those being over 3 months, have been increased by 300 million euros. All in all, many are saying that the current situation is indicative of the difficulties faced by the Albanian economy. And finally, tonight, at a time when the tourist season is kicking into full gear, the National Food Authority has intensified their inspections in supermarkets and restaurants. As a consequence, there have been many violations resulting in fines amounting to a total of 300 million lek. The National Food Authority has focused their inspections near and around Golem and Tirana, wherein the market subjects of food trade activity and the corresponding license of wholesale products of animal origin for humans was not verified. For this violation, the National Food Authority issued fines of 2 million lek for those businesses carrying out their activities without a relative license. Meanwhile, in a restaurant in Golem, it was found that a subject violated sanitary and hygienic conditions, while in the kitchen was found the presence of rust, mold, and insects. The subject was also found selling expired products. Based on this, the subject was fined 900,000 lek. The National Food Authority warns that it will pursue even more rigorous inspections to ensure enforcement throughout the food chain and provide safe food products to all consumers in order to ensure a healthy summer touristic season. And that's the news across the country tonight. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening. And be sure to join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Ora News, thank you and have a good weekend.